Christians actually read the works of Paul. He makes like 100 references to the idea that Christ is in you.
Yeah.
And if somebody's in me, like, what does that mean? But they'll take everything else. I mean, they'll go crazy over, a man lying with a man is an abomination, which is a very literal reading of something that was written thousands of years ago that has changed dramatically because of culture and context and all of this other stuff. They'll die on that hill and use it as a sword to bludgeon others.
Yeah.
But you say something like, hey, Jesus is in me. If Jesus is in me, then I'm in Jesus. Like, you can't have it both ways, or you can't have it one way and not the other.
Right.
And so I just find it funny. And again, I don't ever want to be looked at or thought of as like dunking on Christianity or anything, because I have a reverence for it. I think for 98% of the Christians that I have grown up with and know and love and think are incredible, wonderful, lovely people would have a real difficult time, if not more. Just even to say it, even for them to say it. What comes up for you when you say, I am God? I am God, and really mean it. I am God. Like, I am the invisible, formless, faceless substance of all things. Not me, not the flesh suit. I mean, that's, I really like to view myself as a player. I'm just a player on this stage. But the thing is I'm the writer, the director, the author, and the producer all in one. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's a responsible thing.
It is so responsible. It's deeply poetic. It's deeply Shakespearean. And I mean, all the world's a stage and men and women merely players, right? And I love that it says men and women merely player, not in we are merely players, right? Because it actually separates your earthly identity that like, I am a woman. And even though like I identify very strongly with being a woman, and that's a part of my identity that has given me great community and strength. But even that, the idea of gender and name and selfhood is something that is flesh suit, right? These things, as opposed to what is the thing that exists that is not the player, that is not the actor. And I think that even is so interesting to think about this in context of neurodiversity and in the idea of masking. And I think that masking is something, even for people who maybe aren't neurodivergent, can really relate to. We all know what it feels like to be in a place and not be fully ourselves, be the version of ourselves that we know this space calls for. And that is deeply masking. And I think it's so interesting to think of it within this idea of a stage. Just the ways that we see these crossovers culturally in this thing. It's like the truth is there within everything. Like everything holds that.